Yo, it's Mel from Rap Rankings. To hear the full episode this clip comes from and all other Patreon exclusive content, visit patreon.com/raprankings. Track 2, The Good Fight. Produced by Ninth Wonder.
Yes. Now when I listen, that's more like it, right? This beat?
We're getting there. 8 minus.
Okay, 8. Straight
Okay.
8 for me.
Okay. So let's start at the beat, because you brought up the beat. So here's how I feel about the beat. I like the beat. It's not my favorite Ninth Wonder beat on it. So here's the thing. There are 3 instances on this album where I feel like Phonte out-rapped the beat. And that's not to say the beat sucked, but there were 3 where like he elevated the beat with his performance.
Listen, this is not my favorite Ninth Wonder beat on the album either, but musically this is back in the wheelhouse of where I like this is Little Brother basically. This is
more conventional Phonte. Yeah.
To me, at least, you know.
So here's the thing. I like the beat. He out-rapped the beat on here. This is the first
absolutely.
Instance. The beat is fine,
dude,
but the bars are heavier than the beat.
I've cried to this song before. And
Word.
you cry to this song when you're in a tough spot financially and you have to show up to work, that you want to quit the job, but you have to show up to work and you don't get treated well when you go there.
Yeah, because what did he say? He said, daggone, $5 gas and poverty rates are rising much higher than your hourly rates. So if you're thinking about quitting, you should probably wait, because everybody's got to do a fucking job
that they hate. Go and live out your dreams. That's what they're telling. Fam in my ear all day and they yelling, keep it real, Tay, and don't ever sell out. Well, what the fuck is selling out if ain't nobody selling?
Nobody's selling,
Tired of playing with y'all. Try to keep it fighting the good fight.
We can end up wrapping up. That's the thing. This album, I'm gonna say this a lot, like almost every song, where it's just I feel like just wrapping the whole thing back to people, taking the Justin Styles approach. Go listen to the Big Sean Hall of Fame review if you want to know what that is. But here's the thing. So yeah, the beat, I like the beat. He out-raps the beat. The bars are just heavier than the beat. It's not my favorite Ninth Wonder beat on the album. It's not one of my favorite Ninth Wonder beats, period. And that's not to say it's a bad one. Musically, like the sort of minor key.
You don't like the chops though? The vocal chops?
I'm getting there. Like it's a minor key. It's a more somber beat. It matches the grim reality of the bars for sure. So it's not like it doesn't match what he's saying, but like he ate this thing up. The bars were just on another level to where like,
very conversational, very like personable.
I wrote Every Man Rap. This is chicken soup for the soul. All right.
Yep.
I recognize the weary tone. This is a man that's paid his dues and his dues haven't paid him back. Like I'm just hearing this and I'm reminded, like, yeah, this is why I left. Because I had to make your money, get your money. Listen, yeah, because I had to make money. Rap Rankings, baby, pay me.
When he says, he talks about like about 300 of y'all are getting fired because we've been defunded. Can't even say I didn't see it coming. I always knew that one day they'd throw me to the wolves, and once they found me in that room on that Friday afternoon, I had to ask them, why you redacted didn't fire me on Monday. I know it's not sane, but I'm just saying. Everybody prays for the day they see the light, but the light at the end of the tunnel is a train.
You feel me?
If you're going through it, this song is like a 10, honestly. Right now, today, it's sitting at an 8 for me. It's, to me, the beat is Phonte and Ninth Wonder. To me, that's comfort food. But Phonte is, in terms of discussing a very specific subject, this is the song on the album where I feel like it's the most focused bars of the entire album, because the song is very specific.
Yeah. And to the point of it being, specifically just about the daily struggle of life and also career. Here's the thing. Like you mentioned the line, the light at the end of the tunnel is a train. I ask people who hear lines like that, and basically his like also his how he starts this song out. It's a very non-pop, like non-glitzy, just like sort of Jean Grey-esque, Daria-like cynical bit of dialogue. It's like, when you wake up this morning, I want you to go to the mirror and I want you to look at yourself in the eyes and say, fuck you. Fuck your hopes, fuck your dreams, fuck all the good you thought this life was going to bring you. Now let's get out there and make this bitch happy. So, you know, and it's like, and I would say probably if you're in a good spot in your life, you'll probably hear that and you're like, yeah,
well, the thing about
another one of these guys, like he's bringing the mood down. But I ask those people, is that cynicism or is it wisdom? Is it experience? Is it perspective?
Though, because I'm doing better now than I was when I needed this song to survive in 2014. Yeah. But I'll say this. When you're doing good, the song's humorous elements stick out. And you can really kind of zone in on the fact that, like, Phonte is honest to God, like, just like a great communicator and a great performer. Absolutely. When you're going through it, the parts of the song that hit you in the gut hit a little bit extra, you know, and it can, to me, like, drive you to tears if you're in a rough spot in life. And you know, it joins the Williams by Nicolay and Superstition as one of those songs that when you're going through it with bills and shit like that and you hate your job, like, that's, you gotta listen to the Williams, you gotta listen to The Good Fight. This is like one of the best songs in that vein ever. Like, you know, like, fuck your job, but also, like, you can't quit, but yet they fired you. So it's real, you know. It's like it's that rap that, like, look what's going on right now with, like, COVID and all this stuff. We're seeing, you know, 25% unemployment, which is just astronomical. And, you know, those bans on evictions are going to be up, and that extra unemployment money is going to be up. And a lot of people are going to be trying to fight the good fight. This is a song that, you know, life, like, you go through ebbs and flows in life. You struggle in life, and then sometimes you succeed. And when you're up, this song might elicit some chuckles. When you're down, this song is going to feel like, you know, he's talking straight. It might draw out some tears, you know? Yeah, for sure. So 8 for me. I mean, it succeeds. I love the beat, too. Like, the beat's an 8 for me. And I think that, like, Phonte is, like, he just, to me, he didn't out-rap the beat. I think he complimented the beat perfectly. Well, no, he definitely complimented it. I just think, like, this isn't like a bar fest. This is more of I don't mean like out-rapped, like, just in terms of bars, but I mean, like, the weight of his words and his execution were of a higher level than the production. You're undervaluing the beat a little bit, because there's certain things in the chops that underscore certain lines. Perhaps I am. I mean, I give it an 8 too. No, I know, but you know, there's that, like, part in the beat. It's like a vocal chop where it's like, you hear the string arrangement. It's towards, you know, and at the end of the song, you get just the bare chops, basically. You know, you get the vocal chops kind of isolated at the end. There's I just remember going, the guitars replicate those chops. But, yeah. I mean, no, I like the beat. It's just like he was. It almost felt like he blacked out. He was just in a different place. A certain feel to it, like, it immediately sounds warm and soulful, but there's, you know, the vocal chop in it makes it somber, and so do the strings that kind of come at the loop point of the beat, where it's like. Listen, I mean, if anything, I'll re-listen, and if I feel the same way, I'm just going to take the minus off. Or maybe I'll put a plus on it. It could go up to a 9. Throw up your fingers if you feel the same way. Tay holding it down for rap rankings today. Oh, man. Yeah, look, 2011 me would have felt this song. Weren't you working at Vaughn's at that time? No. When this album came out, I was
I don't want to talk about where I was, but I was
All
not
right.
in a good space, but I would have felt it. But here's the thing. It's not that I don't feel it now, because I feel it even more now. So I'm just bringing this up to say 2011 me would have felt it, but 2020 Mel knows it's still true and still feels it, but it's more of a silent understanding with the song. I don't need to like chuckle, at the funny parts or scream that I felt that, because it's just like it feels like it's a part of me. He's telling my whole life with his words. Like, I don't even need to react. It's just like
his strength
it's
is
just,
that he's not a bullshit artist. He's telling
no.
it. He's telling it straight. And the reason a lot of people can relate is because he's speaking on what it's like to be an actual person in the world and not a celebrity.
Yeah, I mean, bro, up early with the sun and the stars, 6 a.m. ring the alarm. Weatherman say it's 90 today, but it's going to feel like 100 tomorrow. So throw some fresh water under the arms. First of all, the very first bar is great because he's up so early that both the sun and the stars are in the air. Great writing, you know. And it's that idea like, yo,
It
today
paints
sucks.
a great mental picture, which I always love.
Yeah.
When an artist can come, not just with an opening line, but in any line where you can paint a picture that feels
Bro,
simultaneously
I've been there. Like that alarm goes off and you're up and you're just like, I hate my life. I don't want to be alive. I don't want to exist.
It's that buttery time.
Look, and he's just talking about that weatherman. Today sucks and tomorrow's going to be worse. And then he continues, bullshit. Soon as I come in the job, boss hit me with the news like a box cutter under the jaw. Said they just had a meeting and about 300 of y'all getting fired because we've been defunded. More great writing, like a box cutter under the jaw.
Yep.
Bro, like, come on.
Get an uppercut with a box cutter.
And then you already quoted the line about not being able to see it coming in redacted. Look, it's just 2011. The F word hadn't already.
By the way, the redacted in the context of the song is not like, it's not used, number one, homophobic.
It's not a phobic thing. It's a hip hop thing where it's it's a word that people shouldn't have been using, but they were.
I'm gonna say it. People could get angry at me if they want to. I don't care. It's earned because he's trying to portray. He's like a film director.
He's frustrated to that degree. And I mean, he says right after that, though,
that they give rappers. So I'm just going to say, if this is a movie, right?
Right.
He's just trying to portray the frustration and the anger that the character is feeling in that moment.
And right after he says, I know it's not sane, but yo, I'm just saying, And I think that helps your point. Yeah, it is earned. And that's not to say that homophobia is earned or, that sort of language is ever earned, but the emotion of it was earned, Like I said, this hadn't been completely phased out by then. But it's just, listen, I could rap back the whole thing because he just, like you said, this song is very specific. It's about something and it's about the monotony, the grind, the toll that it takes, keeping the job that you hate because you can't afford to quit. We're all doing it. They're telling you chase your dreams like that's something viable. How the fuck you gonna sell out when ain't nobody selling? That's what he says, It's just tired of playing with y'all. I want to fight the good fight, but it ain't paying me, dog. NC, make your money. VA, make your money. This is something that Moulz Mel had to find out. Doing the work we were doing together. And, it's like we were trying to fight the good fight. We were trying to make music, make art that we cared about, that we felt like had longevity, that we felt like had integrity, that we felt like was new and fresh and fun and everything. But if that's not the way the wind's blowing, you're just, you for sure ain't making no money, and you find out in this world, unfortunately, money is at the center of so very many things, and it's just, I wish, I wish we could have Moulz and I made the stuff we were making and been able to, run around and be like, yo, we did it and the world responded. But no, we weren't. It wasn't what the world wanted.
I just had to get a canned water. What's going on?
No, I was just telling him about how, NC make your money, VA make your money. The good fight ain't paying you.
The good fight doesn't fucking pay, guys. Trust me. We did it, and we did it we followed the recipe and the manual exactly. We didn't piss anybody off. And, we did our best. Dan knows.
Dan knows. Yeah, Dan knows. Shout out to Dan. He knows. He knows we tried. We pride ourselves on trying. It's like, look, I wish we could have made it and we would have been at the end of the, successful and just.
To all my niggas that been living it up, what you do.
I wish that could have been us. But
I've been waiting.
Yo, listen, for those of you who don't know, that was that Barstool Sports idiot caught on camera saying the N-word. We found it to be hilarious.
Several times, but his pause after he said the word as if he was looking around to see if anyone had heard him.
Bro, I'll replay it.
While he's on the middle of a fucking live stream.
What?
He said, what?
Yeah, listen, bro. I wish we could have had that kind of jubilation, but we didn't make it, But we're having fun doing this. This is why we're doing Rap Rankings. Don't be mistaken. This is for the money. This is for the money. We're passionate about this.
I gotta be honest. I'm having more fun doing this.
Listen, bro. You know it.
I gotta be honest. Sometimes you guys, passionate. Banks told me, he said, "Go ahead, switch the style up." And if they hate,
let them hate and watch the money pile up. All right.
And
what's funny is we didn't really have to switch the style up. The conversations we have on this show are conversations we were already having on the phone, like hours out of the day. It's like, why not monetize?
We drop an album every week if you think about it.
Basically,
and a 3-disc album at that. It's just long as hell.
Yeah, man. This the good fight. I can relate to it. This is that. People want to say this.
You know what, man? We're still fighting the good fight. We're fighting against people who want to do microwave.
We're trying to recalibrate criticism. How people go about criticism.
Exactly.
And music discussion.
Now it's not doing what it needs to be doing. So we need to fix it. We're trying to fight the good fight.
Not positioning ourselves as the saviors, but we're taking it upon ourselves to be the change we want to see in the world. That's all.
And set the example. That's all. Set the example.
That's what we're trying to do. So this song, this is that, what do they call it? This is that grown man rap.
For sure.
You know what? That just, as I read this, just reminded me. Nothing to do with anything other than what I just said. But when I was in high school, I think sophomore year, we had like a family friend that would cut my hair. And my mom took me to the guy's house because he was cutting hair out of his house. And I remember going in his house and like on his door to like where he would cut hair, like the room where he would cut hair. I remember there was just like a piece of like white paper, and on the front on the paper is grown ass man room. And I remember thinking like, yo, this is hilarious. Like,
that's great.
What makes this the grown ass man room? But yeah, anyway, this song is a grown man rap. It doesn't compromise bite or fire or urgency. And it still, has that what you come to rap for. It just it grips you. It grabs you by the throat. Each bar, I would say really on this song and this album really got to be extended to, is each bar I wrote is either a power punch or like a flashy bit of taunting and showmanship. He's like an experienced heavyweight boxer. He's so good that he might think he's just jabbing, but they don't even sound like jabs. It's like, and also he kind of picks the right opening, so he doesn't even have to jab. All he gets in is hooks and uppercuts. Like, he might think it's like, this is light work. But to me, I'm just like, yo, this man is just stringing together combinations, and it doesn't look like he's like flailing wildly. It's just like hook, uppercut, hook, uppercut. Like, and it doesn't feel like, clunky at all. And this song is just another example of that. I mean, he transitions from the workplace to the rap place and then life in general. Mm-hmm. It's just, he's talking that is, it's like on the career aspects, like it's like chasing a high. You just want to get a hit, just want to get a taste, just want to benefit. Every day we wake up, there's the legitimate struggle between doing what's right and just doing some nigga shit. Bro.
Then he gets into his family, bro.
Nigga. You know nothing about that.
Details his family. He details the sacrifice of maintaining. Yeah. Maintaining
I said,
a
"Dude, I'm
family
trying
and a
to get the
career,
fuck
the
up off
frustration
me."
that comes with that. Right. It's just
My friends say, "Tay, man, your family's beautiful." I said,
Right.
"Yo, if you redacteds only knew what it cost me."
You know, like
This shit don't come with no blueprint.
It's a great song. I mean, I think of, you know, the 8, I like it a lot. I also think of 8 as great. 7 is good, 8 is great, 9 is love, and 10 is like perfect. This is a great song. You know, that's how I feel about it. It's a great song. I've said all I got to say about the good fight. I'm gonna keep fighting it though.
Listen, we cooked this shit.
You know? Yo, it's Mel from Rap Rankings. To hear the full episode this clip comes from and all other Patreon exclusive content, visit patreon.com/raprankings.